Hey, this is Perry from Reach-iT Poles and waterfedpoles.com.au, and I'm going to demonstrate to you a new 40-foot pole which is also able to be converted to a 55-foot and a 65-foot pole with add-on sections. So firstly, I'm just going to put the pole up the building and show you how beautiful it is. If you come up close, you'll just see very nice clamps, adjustable with an Allen key, and then really the most upmarket carbon fibre product. That is just, you can't hardly hear it moving in and out of the clamp. The clamp locks it really tight. So beautifully engineered. We've got the water coming in through and through the gooseneck there, and then using a standard angle crank at the top. You'll see on the brush we've got dual jets. So this is 2mm, the inside ones are 2mm jets, which we're using now for low water pressure environments, and then 3mm jets if you're going to push a lot of water through the brush or you've got lots of water pressure. Yeah. So that's the Brush-it from Reach-it, and away we go. So I'll put the pole up and you'll see the amount of flex in the pole. Really flexing very much at all. What I've done is I've run the tube inside the pole just to demonstrate that that's possible with all of our poles, yeah? But I'm not a fan of the tube going inside the pole, because the flexibility, once you get used to running the tube outside the pole, the flexibility is amazing. All I need to do is just take the tube off, come to the top, pull the tube out, we just lock that off simply. Yeah. Now that tube is always inside the pole, you can always attach it. Now I can attach the tube directly to the brush, which is how I like to do it. I like the tube going down the face of the building. Yep. And the guys who like the tube under their feet will tell you all day long, but one of the biggest reasons to run a tube inside a pole is to make sure that you can only have one brush, one tube, one pole. You want to go to 45 feet, you have to buy a 45-foot pole. You want to go to 35 feet, you buy a 35-foot pole. That's the way they do it. We finally got it. We can give you one pole, does every height. 1 story, 2 story, 3 story, 4 story, 5 story, 6 story. Yeah? So you have a look at this. Now, I'll take this. Initially, I'm going to use the standard gooseneck, yeah, just so you can see it. And I've got the tube. If I want to control that tube, I can turn the pole twice or 3 times and hold the tube close to the pole. I want to reach a little bit more, and so what we've developed is a 10-foot extension. Yep. So this is a 10-foot extension. It's a 2-part pole. And you can see how light the pole is. I can just hold it up. You just put it in there, lock it off. Now I can go up another 5 feet, open this clamp, pull that section out. Now I'm up, that's another 10 feet. And I can do that. I've got a constraint on the top, but I can do that over and over again. That's as far back as I can go on this demonstration for this building. Yeah. But you'll see near the top it's starting to flex a fair bit, and I'm going to show you in a second how to deal with that. If you get up to around over that 45 feet, the pole is definitely going to have some flex in it. So you can see there, if you're working it at that height, it's got a little bit of flex in it, yeah? A little bit more than what you might like. So, I'll show you how we fix that. We take the 8th section off. We take the 10-foot extension section off. Yeah. And we bring the pole down. What you'll love about this pole, there's no glue in the clamps. Alright, these clamps are using Allen keys and tightening against the carbon fibre. So you can adjust them at any time. If they ever did come adrift, you just tighten the clamp. Now I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Take that section out. Yeah. And so we take section 1 out. We can put the gooseneck in, attach the water supply. By the way, this is the new silicone tubing that we're using. It is incredibly soft, flexible, lies flat every time. Yeah. So now you have a look at this. I'm going to do all that again, but now with a gooseneck with a proper angle. When we get up to 55 feet, yeah, you'll see and that 2 section. So this is the XT, we call it, the XT for extension. Yeah, that's a 10-foot extension. You can see how light the pole is. We then pull this section out. Section 8, please. Thanks. Yep. Now there we are at 55 feet. Yeah, I can lift that across under there so you can see the pole. And you can see that rigidity has been increased amazingly, yep. That's completely usable. No issues with flexibility being a problem. Like, that's completely rigid in a working environment, yeah. So that's a 55-foot application, and we can add more and more. So you can go to 65 feet, 75 feet if you can handle it. The technology is the one pole, the one set, yeah? Up to 40 feet, use it as a telescopic pole. Over 40 feet, push it up 10 foot at a time, and you can reach 1 story for every extension set that you buy. You can see the benefit for running that tube. If you're using a light tube, a lot of people, I'll just point over there to the micro tube, a lot of people are heading towards that yellow stuff, thinking that it's safe under their feet. Well, it's never safe under your feet. But that tubing there is really heavy. Compared to this, it would be 2 or 3 times heavier. And the internal diameter of this is 5 millimeters, which means every 10 meters of tubing, you're carrying 100 grams of water. It's never heavy with these lightweight poles, lightweight goosenecks, lightweight brushes. Having the tube going up and down the face of the building is not an issue. You've got to try it, you've got to have a go at it. Everybody's going to argue if they've never done it, like the Tucker boys and all that. But we've been doing it for years, and everybody that we've talked to has been converted. Yeah. So this is Perry Tate from waterfedpoles.com.au, carbonfiberpoles.asia, and Reach-it.asia. Thanks.